My country, Finland, is the most forested country in Europe. Our forests are our lifeblood. Often people don't realize the potential of wood-based materials to produce many new products of our everyday lives. It comes down to this: almost anything made out of petroleum can be made out of wood. Wood and fiber can be used to build skyscrapers, paint houses, make clothing, create food, packaging, fill your tank at the pump, produce medicine, and more and more. Finland aims to be the world leader. Finland aims to be climate neutral already by 2035. We do invest heavily on innovation and new technologies to drive all this at the global level, but also at the country and company level. This is the change we need. We manage our forests sustainably. Our forests have been outgrowing any harvesting for the past 50 years. That's probably the world record. We are so excited to partner with the US, with the states of Maine and Michigan and others. The transition to a cleaner and greener future will be a team effort. Finland is a bioeconomy superpower with forests as our most valuable natural resource. Now we invite you to work together with us.
I am joined here today by a top expert on biomaterials and wood-based innovations, Alina Ruonala-Lindgren. Welcome, Alina.
Thanks.
You help in creating entire innovation and research ecosystems by facilitating partnerships by companies on one hand, and then research organizations like VTT and universities on the other. So what do you think personally is the potential of bio-based innovations in tackling climate change?
We already know that they have functions and they can be used in totally new ways, in new applications, such as biomaterials in electronics. We know that we can use wood-based materials, getting rid of microplastics. We can use them as filtering agents, for example. Or we know that wood has components that we can use to fight against unwanted bacteria and viruses, which is obviously a very hot topic at the moment in the world. Finland manages its forests sustainably. Why is this so important?
We Finns feel very strongly about maintaining and nurturing this treasure. If you want to boil it down into a nutshell, there's a guiding principle, and that's don't use more than you grow. As a fun fact, for each tree that we cut, we plant 4 new ones. And as a result, it's no surprise that our forests have been continually growing in the last decades, and there is more wood in Finnish forests today than there's ever been before. On the individual level, we consumers have a responsibility to make choices. It's all about choices. We vote by spending our money on the right kinds of options. We have to start demanding alternatives to fossil-based solutions. Us demanding more sustainable solutions will help also provide the signals to the industry, to companies, to provide us with the solutions that we demand. For businesses, I perceive sustainability to be first and foremost, a great opportunity. As I said, markets are opening fast. The mega trend towards sustainability is created not just by consumer demand, but also governments who have woken up to the necessity to do something fast. So we see a great policy push towards sustainability, pressure towards the private sector to do something about it. And I guess for businesses who see this as an opportunity and grasp it as such and start providing these new sustainable solutions, it is a source of competitive advantage going forward. Portfolio of solutions is almost endless nowadays. The funny fact is just we are not necessarily aware of it. Anytime we eat a yogurt, for instance, or brush our teeth in the morning, we necessarily don't know that there are wood-based ingredients in these products to make the consistency feel right. There are wood-based components in car tires, in asphalt, cosmetics, detergents, paints. But in the future, I think I would like to see, or I'm looking forward to a society that will dress in wood fiber-based clothing. I would like to see a society that builds urban, modern high-rises reaching for the skies out of wood. A good example, I think, is the just finished headquarters of the gaming company Supercell. I would like to see a society that powers its cars based on biocarbon-based batteries, for instance. I would like to see a society that replaces toxic or fossil chemicals by green, sustainable, wood-derived chemicals, for instance. So that's I think the near future. And I haven't even started off with talking about that crazy cool stuff like wooden satellites that are under development currently. It's arriving step by step. So I believe it's not going to be a revolution that happens overnight. It's going to be an evolution that happens step by step, and we might again not be aware of everything that will happen.
We see the only way to modernize forest industry, on the other hand, build growth for all kinds of companies in totally new sectors, is to collaborate. So we talk about innovation ecosystems. So that's the terminology we use, and that's like an open way of collaborating with companies coming from different sectors. They are different sizes, and also I come from VTT, which is a research institute, but obviously we also collaborate with other universities or institutes, and we are actually inviting all to join. So it means that the pulp and paper industry is important, but we need the machinery industry, we need the chemicals industry, and when we will move into these new areas, it's obvious that if we talk about biomaterials in electronics, so we need to have the electronics companies there to join us. We're looking into building new value chains, so they are global. It is not enough to be national or even regional like in Europe or Northern America. We need to be global. As a tangible example, I would highlight the Finceres ecosystem. It's a competence center together with VTT and Aalto University. And we're doing exactly that in that competence center. So we think that we're one of the global leaders in developing new types of biomaterials. We're developing new cutting-edge solutions to the world. But at the same time, we acknowledge that we cannot do it by ourselves. So we're actually inviting everyone who is interested to join. So it is open for all. This change that we're aiming for, so we're battling climate change. This is not possible without collaborating internationally. So this is a necessity for all of us. On top of doing research, obviously, when we talk about growth and business, scaling up is extremely important. And no one can do it by themselves. So we need many different kind of organizations and people to join us and putting their efforts together. US is definitely one of the main interesting areas, I would say, global is in a global scale for many reasons. It's a big market, but very big companies, good knowledge, and it's like compatible to Finnish knowledge. So we're looking into US direction in this sense. I would say the starting point, the only way we can go is go international.
Yeah, I feel the same. And I think we are very much looking forward to any future collaboration that this might engender.
What's happening in the forests and labs in Maine and Finland is what the planet needs right now.
Groundbreaking work in biomaterials, biofuels, and nanocellulose.
To advance medicine, drive economies, make for a healthier planet,
and change the world. Maine is ready for opportunity. We're ready for investment. We are ready to lead. Hi, this is Governor Janet Mills. 89% of Maine is forested, highest percentage of any state in the country. Our economic future, like our past, is inextricably linked to our forests. Partnerships like the one I developed with the country of Finland will drive innovation at the Forest Bioproducts Research Institute at the University of Maine.
UMaine has a rich history of collaboration with our state's sustainably managed forest industry and worldwide partners. The University of Maine is proud to be leading research and development efforts that support the growth of a regional and global bioeconomy.
We're turning sawdust into jet fuel. We're using wood pulp to repair or replace human bones.
Cosmetics, preservatives for food, and sustainable green packaging.
and doing all of this with a new, higher level of care and stewardship, focusing on the health of our forests, helping create cleaner air, cleaner water, and cleaner jobs, a bioeconomy led by Finland and Maine.
You have teams in the forests and labs working on a better planet right now.
In me, you have a willing and eager partner in expanding this vital industry.
And relentless commitment to innovation from UMaine.
And you can join us in our work in Finland and Maine right now at forestbioproducts.umaine.edu.
The future is green.
The future is here.
The future is now.
What if we could mimic nature and do structural colors ourselves? And what if we could do it sustainably from renewable resources? Today, glittery color effects such as holographic, pearlescent, and iridescent color effects are among growing color trends in fashion and design. At the same time, there is an environmental cost. Currently, these effects are created by using toxic pigments, plastic-based materials, or metallic foils. We found a way to produce these structural colors from an unexpected resource, from wood.
To make these colorful coatings, first we grind wood into tiny microscopic fragments called nanocellulose. The nanocellulose is then coated onto a surface, for example wood. This particular coating process transforms the colorless nanocellulose into bright and vivid colors. Our color is non-toxic, sustainable, and does not harm the environment if it ends up there. It's produced 100% from wood, and it does not fade in sunlight the way that dyed pigments do.
IonCell is a technology that turns cellulose from wood pulp, old newspapers and cardboard, or waste textiles into new textile fibers without harmful chemicals. The IonCell process uses a novel solvent called ionic liquid. It's environmentally friendly and it can be recycled back to the process. IonCell is a sustainable choice for textile production and it doesn't overconsume our planet's natural resources. Fibers are very strong, even when wet, and they in turn can be made into long-lasting fabrics and garments. Old IonCell textiles can be recycled into new IonCell fibers.
We have developed a breakthrough technology for a new sustainable textile fiber, which is made directly from wood pulp or pulp made of side streams without dissolving the cellulose. Our materials are extremely sustainable because of the unique production process. The raw materials used are 100% natural, they are totally biodegradable, and they don't form any microplastics when degrading. The process uses 99% less water than production of cotton fibers, and no harmful chemicals are used. And CO2 emissions from the production are minimal. The materials produced are totally recyclable. Our production now is in pilot scale and the first industrial scale mill will start in 2022.
To accelerate plastic waste-free future, Sulapak has developed sustainable materials that serve as practical alternatives to conventional plastics. Sulapak materials are designed like nature. Being bio-based and organically recyclable, the materials mimic nature in circularity. The wood used comes from industrial side streams and originates from certified Nordic forests. If Sulapak material accidentally ends up in natural environment, it biodegrades like a tree leaf or a piece of natural wood. What stays behind is only CO2, water, and biomass. No permanent microplastics or hazardous chemicals. Just like nature, Sulapak materials are beautiful and functional. The material works with existing plastic production machinery, so there's no need to build new production lines, which makes Sulapak also a commercially feasible option. Sulapak materials can be used for various applications ranging from luxury packaging and cosmetic jars to single-use products like cutlery and straws. We want to make Sulapak the new standard in sustainable materials replacing plastic. Our mission is to save our planet from plastic waste. Join us at sulapak.com.
Kotka Mills is a Finnish forest company that includes 3 separate business entities. Kotka Mills Wood produces high-quality timber products and delivers raw materials as a byproduct for other businesses. Kotka Mills Absorbex is a world-leading producer of saturating basscraft utilizing sawdust and recycled fiber as a raw material. Our consumer boards businesses serve the consumer packaging industry with novel plastic replacing Eagle and Isla products, which are designed for easy recycling. Our unique water-based dispersion-coated barrier board is fully recyclable and repulpable. After-use cups and packages made of Kotka Mills barrier boards have been proven to be easily recycled along with normal paper and board waste. All our products are safe to use and direct food contact approved. Renewable wood fiber is produced from sustainable sources, verifying the origin of raw materials and ensuring the legality of the fiber sources.
We all know that the plastic straw is history. Traditional paper straws cannot be recycled efficiently. So we came up with a unique solution. Dolia straws contain zero glue and no additional chemicals. The raw material is PEFC and FSC certified. Dolia straws support circular economy since they are certified to be recycled with normal paper. Even if left unrecycled, they are biodegradable, decomposing as rapidly as a maple leaf. More user-friendly Dolia straws can be used even with smoothies and hot drinks. Heat-sealed, zero-glue straw give you drink a fresh taste. Dolia straws are custom printable. No other paper straw can offer this, as Dolia straws have been patented globally. Dolia is aiming to be #1 straw company worldwide.
Woodley is a wood-based, carbon-neutral, clear and transparent plastic that can be easily recycled. Woodley is also convertible with all conventional converting techniques, such as film blowing, injection molding, thermoforming, 3D printing, extrusion coating, rotary molding, etc. We focus on recycling for the simple reason that Woodley can be very well detected by near-infrared, it is easily recyclable and maintains the physical and mechanical properties in, for example, 5 cycles of recycling. Additionally, we feel that with recycling, we maintain the value of a valuable plastic material as long as possible in circulation. Woodley can be used not only in packaging, but also in various items, such as automotive parts, electronics, toys, and so on.
We are the forerunner in producing high-quality nanocellulose for medical and life science applications. We take sustainably grown birch, produce cellulose, and further refine it into nanofibril cellulose. The resulting hydrogel provides an environment in which you can store, transport, and manufacture biopharmaceutics and culture cells. Later you can apply them in advanced cell therapies. The key advantage is that wood-derived nanocellulose is animal-free, and therefore no animal DNA is introduced into the patient. We have developed a portfolio of more than 300 patents in the biomedical field, which provides us and our customers the protection we need. Currently, we sell GrowDex, which is material for high-throughput screening and drug development applications. We also make Grow Inks, which are for 3D bioprinting of tissues, and a range of nanocellulose gels with different level of medical certification to our pharma and biotech partners. Our grow-day cellulase enzyme is used to release the cells from the gel so that genetic screenings can be performed. Our first product for hospital is Fibdex. It is a wound dressing which is manufactured under medical device certification system ISO 13485. Together with our partners in pharma and biotech, we address the challenges of aging society with ethical and sustainable solutions and improve the patient's quality of life.
The International Council on Clean Transportation has estimated that Europeans alone generate around 900 million tons of plant-based waste each year, and a quarter of this amount would be available for energy use. Ranked the fourth most sustainable company in the world, Neste is a global leader in renewable diesel and sustainable aviation fuel, and we're looking for ways to broaden our feedstock base and build a more circular economy. We see huge potential in forestry byproducts and residues. Together with our partners, we develop opportunities in Europe and North America to make high-quality fuels using forestry residues such as treetops and branches. At Neste, we believe all solutions are needed to fight global warming. The change runs on renewables.
We produce innovative and unique renewable fuels and biomaterials. Our products reduce greenhouse gas emissions and truly mitigate climate change. We were first in the world to start commercial production of biofuels from wood-based residual raw material crude tall oil in 2015. Crude tall oil is a natural extract of wood and a residue from chemical pulping. Today, our products, UB and bioburner diesel and naphtha, are replacing fossil materials in transportation fuels and in petrochemical solutions. For example, in packaging, labels, textile fibers and construction materials. The products are fully drop-in solutions, enabling our customers to utilize them in their value chain and to reduce their carbon footprint. For example, our bioburner diesel has 80% lower greenhouse gas emissions compared to fossil diesel. And in addition, the products hold a unique set of sustainability certificates, ensuring all the sustainability expectations are met.
We at VTT have developed novel cellulose composite materials suitable for 3D printing of thermoplastic filaments or granules. Our 3D printing material has very high cellulose content and excellent properties, and it can be easily recycled. Cellulose is a renewable, non-toxic and abundant material, and therefore an attractive alternative for fossil-based plastics. 3D printing is a rapid and cost-effective manufacturing technology. Manufacturing can be highly automated and waste generation is reduced. In addition, 3D printing enables lightweight and complex structures, customized designs and manufacturing of individual parts and small batches. The aim is to renew radically the manufacturing industry and introduce 3D printed cellulose composite products, for example to electrical insulation, automotive and marine industries.